Hi, welcome to Lucy Talks, a safe space to talk. And today I have my husband again, and we're going to talk about how we met and what our first week was like.
That's right. I'm glad to be back, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about. So we met on the app called Hinge, and I had reached out to your profile, reached out to you, and then you had accepted my connection, and that put our profiles together, and then we exchanged a couple texts, and then I basically asked you for a phone call.
By the way, he thought that I was Thai. I was not Thai.
Yeah, you said something, had something on your profile about Thai food.
Yep.
Yes, I just thought you. I was like, okay.
I was like, what? Okay. I do love Thai. Um, yeah, he was actually the first one I talked to. You were the first one.
Hmm.
And he was, he was keeping the conversation going. So it worked out. He we talked on the phone the next day, right?
Yeah, because I had asked you if you wanted to talk on the phone, and you gave me your phone number.
Oh yeah, and then he called me right away. I was like, "What a fucking weirdo! The fuck? Why would he call me like that?" Like I just pressed send, and you called me right away. I was like, "What the hell?" But I didn't answer because I was like, "Mm, make him want it."
Yeah.
And then he texted saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to bed. It's already late." It was probably like 7
No,
or
it was not. It was like
it was
9. It was not
okay.
seven
Maybe it
o'clock.
was 9.
10 o'clock probably. It
No,
was
but
10 o'clock.
I was like, who goes to sleep this early?
Well,
And it's a Friday.
also no, it was Saturday.
A
It was Saturday,
loser.
and so, but no, I didn't want to wait too long to talk and then start a conversation at 10 o'clock at night. I was like, we
Why
can
not?
talk now. I want to go to bed, so we can talk now. And if not, hopefully she will still be interested tomorrow.
And
And
I
it turned
was.
out you were, yes.
Yeah. And then we ended up meeting in person for the first time in Burbank.
Yes,
Yeah.
we went to the Yard House in Burbank.
Yeah. That was nice. And I was very shy.
You were.
Shocker,
You
right?
were very shy. That
I
was
was
the only
very
time I ever saw you shy. Yeah. Ever
really.
since then, it's like, this is Lucy. And before then, it was like, oh, hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, but I was like, ugh, another date, like it's gonna go whatever. I was like in it for the free meal, obviously. Um, I was one of those. But if it worked out because he is such a talker, so he just like made me feel so comfortable. And I was like, yes. And I answered all his questions, and then I asked you questions back, correct?
Yeah.
And we lasted talking for what? Was it 3 or 4 hours?
It was almost 4 hours. We were just sitting there. We each just got like a regular meal, and we had waters. And that was it. There was no alcohol. I don't drink, and you didn't drink. And there was no, it was just waters and a meal. And we were talking for 4 hours. We were there. And at
Yeah.
one point, your sister
Called.
called and was
Well,
just like, "Are you still out with that guy?"
and I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Mind your business.
I thought that was cool though. I was like, "Oh, that's nice. Her family's like checking on her. That's pretty cool."
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think she believed that we were just sitting there talking.
Yeah. Yeah, she didn't believe that. But we were. And
Yeah.
that was nice. And yeah, we had a nice night. It was great.
Yeah,
Uh,
I remember too. At one point, I was like, "Oh, are you do you need to go?" Or I kind of gave you an out, and you're
yeah.
like, "Oh no, I'm okay." I thought, "Oh wow, that means
Were
she's
you
like
trying to get rid of me? Like
no."
you got it out?
I
Oh,
guess I
was
was
I
just
like too much for you?
no, no. I was just letting you oh, maybe I should give her the chance to leave if she wants to. But no, you were like, "No, I'm okay." I'm like, "Oh, maybe she's having a good time."
I was. It was
Mm-hmm.
great. You're a great person.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
And then at the end, I offered to walk you to your car. And then you said, "Oh, I didn't drive over here. I Ubered." And I said, "Okay, well, I'm happy to wait with you for your Uber, or if you feel comfortable, I can drive you home."
Yeah. So I did feel comfortable because of the conversation we had. So I was like, okay, I guess you can take me home. I'll save some money.
Yeah. Free meal and no Uber on the way home. You see,
I
that was
did
a good
offer to
night.
pay though. I did. I
That's true.
had, I
That's
was
true.
working,
That's true.
so
Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't need no man. The fuck? And I did offer. So, and yeah, you dropped me off and I gave you a second hug, right?
Yeah, we hugged, and then you turn around to like walk towards your house, and then all of a sudden you just turn around and hug me again.
Because I had such a great
It
time. I
was
was like,
really cool. I was
wow,
like, whoa.
this is a nice guy right
And
here.
then I kissed like the top of your head.
You didn't like my forehead,
Yeah,
not in the
yeah,
mouth, which was great.
yeah. Didn't go too far, but like that second hug was like, oh my gosh, like there was some sort of connection, and that was something cool. Really like one of a kind thing that happened, and then you went inside. I drove home to my house, and you texted me, or I forget who texted first, but it was like, "Hey, I made it home," say or something, or maybe you just texted me and you said that you had a great night, and that you also
I
said
didn't want it to
you
end.
didn't
That's what
want
I
it to
said.
end. I
Yeah.
thought, wow, this is something special here, and so we had made plans to go out that Friday. That was a Monday. We went out to made
Yeah,
plans
I
to
was
go
like, I
Friday.
have to wait a whole almost a whole week for to see you again. I was like, oh gosh, this dating stuff sucks.
Yeah.
But I texted you and I was like, can friend come sooner? But I was supposed to put can
Can Friday come
can
sooner?
Friday come sooner? And I'm dyslexic, so I put can friend. But also it could have been the phone. But I blame it on the phone. And you understood and you replied right back and you're like, I
Uh,
know. Totally, dude.
and I invited you. I said, "Well, Friday can't come any sooner, but we can go out tonight if you're free." And I suggested Buffalo Wild Wings because I remember you said you really liked that place.
Mm-hmm.
And
Remember the waiter said, "Oh, are you guys famous? You guys look like you guys are
we're
famous.
all
You could,
googly
dude. I
eyed,
think he
like
wanted a tip, dude. He wanted a
he
good
was
ass
working
tip.
for money.
He was, but I was like, wow, you think we're celebrities? Or no?
uh, and we had a really nice time at the restaurant. And then at that time I picked you up, I think, at your house. So I was driving. So then we went back to the car.
We went back to the car.
Yeah, after
Oh yeah, and then you gave me your first kiss, and I was like, what the hell? But not. Wait, hold up. We kissed to the song. What was it called?
Eurovision,
Eurovision.
Will Ferrell
Will Ferrell.
was playing.
Yes, it was great.
I don't know
But
why that didn't make
it,
it romantic. I don't know.
it did not spark. I did not feel the butterflies. I did not feel, just it wasn't euphoric, how some people would say.
Yeah, you just felt a
I
very
felt like he was,
sandpaper beard.
dude. I felt like it was not good. It was very raspy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of mean to you after that, right? Well, not really mean, but I was very cold afterwards.
Yeah, it was like when a girl's like figuring something out.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm like, what the heck happened? Like, what did I do? And I was like, oh no, this is going so great. What, like, I couldn't figure it out. And then drop you off. Oh, it's fine, but I'm like, something changed. What the heck happened? And so the next day, I was at the cigar shop. And I saw a friend of mine. His name's Coach. And Coach, I had been like keeping him updated on what was going on with you. And he's like, how was it last night? And he's like, how was the kiss? It's got to be magical and great. And I'm just like, oh, shut up. Like, I know it. Like, I'm like, oh, yeah, it was awesome. But like in the back of my mind, I was like, something's off. I don't know what it is. And here I have him going like, it's got to be perfect. And I'm like, And then we were texting a little bit. And I think you had texted me like, did I leave my wallet? Or you had lost something. And I was just like happy to get a text from you.
Dude, I wasn't going to text you back. And I was like, fuck, I can't find my fucking wallet. Now I'm going to have to text him back and it's awkward.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I got to woman up. And, ask him if we can talk on the phone, talk about the first kiss because it was not good, my friend. It was not good.
That's right.
But now it is. But,
yeah. And so, yeah. And we had talked on the phone. And it
Yeah.
was like, and I was so happy because you texted me like, "Can you talk?" And I'm like, "Yep," And then uh, you're like, we did like small talk for a minute, and then you're like, "Can we talk about the kiss?" I was like, "Yep." And then you basically just said that my beard, which was like kind of short and prickly, like hurt you. And I was like, "That's it?" And you were like, "Yeah, and like if you're open to like maybe letting it grow out so it's a little softer, but I don't want to change you if that's like how you like it." I'm like, "That's it?" Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I'll grow a freaking Santa beard before our next. I don't care. That's it. Yeah. And then after you opened up, then like everything was like back to normal, like back to like normal talking, like it was relaxed, it was easy, and I was like, oh, done. And then we were joking around and we talked for like an hour, and then we still kept our Friday night date plans,
Yeah.
and that was your turn. That was our third date on a Friday, and you had come up to Santa Clarita to see me because you were living in Sun Valley. So you took an Uber to my apartment, and then I was going to take us to dinner.
Yeah, and he told me it was a fancy place, so I didn't know exactly how to dress, but I dressed, you know, pretty good, I would say.
You looked like a movie star when you got out of the Uber.
I did.
Yeah.
I felt very awkward because people were staring at me at the restaurant, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" And I'm not used to being around like people like that. I'm used to going to the taco stand.
Mhm.
Um, so it was a little awkward and I felt out of place, but it was a great date. It
Mhm.
was a great date. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the first time I was there too, and I remember asked another friend at the cigar shop. His name is Lorenzo. I said, "Hey, Lorenzo, I got this date coming up," and like because Lorenzo kind of knows everything. That's like Lorenzo. And so I'm like, "Where should I take her here?" He's like, "Oh, you got to take her to Larson's, and I'll get you a reservation and get you guys the best table so you could." View of the restaurant and a view of like the kitchen, and it's awesome. He's like, "I'll take care of it." I'm like, "Whoa, cool," you know. And so when we were there,
They were giving us
like
like
free stuff.
samples and just like, and people kept staring at us like, who are they and why are they getting free shit? And I was like, it's not my fault. It's not
Yeah.
me. Don't look at me.
Yeah. And then at the end, they were like, "Oh, like, you're friends of Lorenzo. Like, it's great to have you. Something like
They're like,
that."
we love Lorenzo. And I was like, we do too. I don't know him, but I love him.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And we had a great night, a great, like, fancy dinner night. And that was our third date. And I think that was like what kind of marked like this was definitely going to work, you know?
Well, so we think. I did witchcraft.
That helped. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't do that stuff. Oh, it's great having you. Um, it's not like if you lived so far from me anyway.
That's
So
right.
okay. Well, toodaloo.
Toodles.